1-1 pitch. A swing and a drive to deep right. Away back. Goal!
And with that Hemi call, it is time for another episode of a Swing and a Try podcast, part of the Press Play Podcast Network. I am your host, Mike Voorhees, and alongside me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Brent Spillin. What is going on, B-Spills?
Ooh, Mikey V, it is so good to hear your voice once again. It has been a little bit since the Frankie trade. We haven't been able to chat too much Indians baseball, and man, you smell that?
It's not, I didn't fart, and it's not the brine and salt combination from our ODOT folks. It is spring training baseball, Brent, and I couldn't be more excited. I don't know about you, buddy.
Oh, man, so you smell that too then. You knew what I was saying. You could smell it. It's in the air.
Absolutely. It's in the air. It's time once again for Indians baseball. It's been a long winter and an even longer 2020. It's now 2021. Lots of changes with the Indians, man. I'm just ready. I am ready to go.
Man, it is crazy to think that baseball is actually starting soon, and I think they report tomorrow, the February 17th, correct? The whole team?
Yes, sir. Yep. The whole team is pitchers, catchers report on the 17th. A lot of players have already reported. I saw a video today of Tristan McKenzie, Mr. String Bean, throwing some heat. So it just gets the blood flowing, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for baseball.
All right, man. So, wait, just pitchers and catchers tomorrow, you said?
Yeah, I think there's a week that goes with pitchers and catchers, and then the rest of the team shows up because they start playing February 23rd is their first, squad game. So I think they have until this weekend. Some of the players have already been there, but they usually let the pitchers and catchers come a little early because they've got to get stretched out. But the position players in that will be in, I would say, probably by the end of the weekend.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, man, let's do this. Let's get ready for some Cleveland Indians baseball. Hey, the Players Association and the Players Union and MLB actually agreed. Is that crazy? They actually agreed? I know it did not happen right away, but they decided we're going to have baseball this year, right?
We are, and we're going to play a full season, not some 60-game half episode. This is a full season of baseball.
All right,
wait.
But no universal DH and no expanded playoffs, correct?
As of right now, no. That can still change, but from what I'm reading and from what I'm hearing, there won't be a universal DH, which I'm okay with. Let the pitchers hit a little bit. We're in the American League, so we get the DH. I'm not worried.
I'll tell you, I'm excited. We got this $230 million payroll like the Dodgers or whatever it is, and we're just ready to get rolling. No?
You mean 50 plus $50 million payroll?
Oh, I meant to say 1/10 of their payroll.
Oh, that's okay. There you go.
Or is that still too much?
That still might be a little too much. We have the lowest payroll in baseball, but you and I have discussed multiple times. We trust this front office. We trust Tito, and we made some changes. I mean, we brought some guys in. We said goodbye to some players, and it's going to be tough. I mean, if you joined us last time, Cookie Carrasco and Frankie Lindor are no longer here, and I know that just hurt saying. Again, I'm still not over that. But those two were no longer here. There's several guys that aren't here anymore, B-Spills. You want me to run through the list here real quick?
Wait a second. You're telling me we're not just running this thing back like last year?
I wish. No, unfortunately not, sir. We said goodbye to some players.
But we definitely signed a bunch, right?
we signed 2.
Okay. Well, I guess we gotta start somewhere. It's not a rebuild, I'm hearing. They're saying it's not a rebuild.
No, not a rebuild. This team will still be competitive, but
I know. I'm trying to be a little tongue-in-cheek there. Like I always say, I trust this front office, and we trust Tito. And Tito we trust.
We trust Tito, baby. Yep.
So, hey.
All right.
Why don't you give us some of them names of the players that were on the team last year who are no longer with us or with Cleveland? They're with us, just not in the Cleveland. Sorry.
They didn't die. They're just not with the Indians anymore.
Yes.
So, obviously, we said Francisco Lindor, Carlos Carrasco. Those are the top 2 on the list. Oliver Perez, left-handed pitching. Ollie Perez, Mr. almost 40-year-old, he is a free agent. He did not want to re-sign with Cleveland, so he's still out there on the market. Sandy Leon, backup catcher, not with the team anymore. Adam Simber traded to the Miami Marlins. We said goodbye to our closer, Brad Hand, who signed with the Washington Nationals.
Hey, stop you for a second. Didn't he sign for like $10 million or $10.5 million or something?
The exact amount of money that the Indians didn't want to pay him. Yep, yeah, pretty much.
Nobody picked him up on waivers, and he went all the way through, and then they paid him the same amount anyways?
Right. Does that make sense? No, doesn't make sense.
Sorry, that has nothing to do with the Indians. It's just a random.
No. Well, I
random
know
baseball.
Your favorite. Nope. Your favorite player, my favorite player. No more Carlos Slamtana.
Oh man, he had this Instagram video, I think, of him wearing a KC hat, jamming in his car.
Yeah.
Dude, that hurt. I mean, I love him.
We'll see him a lot. We'll see him a lot. He signed with the Kansas City Royals, and so we're going to see him a few times this year. Once an Indian, always an Indian, right, Brent? Isn't that what I say?
No.
I know.
You kind of do, but then like you do in the long term, you do, but when it first happens, you're like, you're done. Like, remember the whole Cody Allen? As soon as he left, you're like, done. I don't care about him.
Done.
He's off the team.
Done.
Even though he helped us reach the World Series.
Yeah, well, I have my favorites. Delino DeShields Jr., outfielder, he's gone. Your boy Taylor Naquin is gone as well.
Nope, he's not.
He's not with the Indians, Brent.
No, do not believe that until I don't see him out there in the field.
Brent, I've sent you a copy of the Indian spring training roster, and he is not on it, so I'm sorry to tell you. And then Jeffrey Rodriguez.
Hey.
What?
Don't try to move forward yet. This is a big moment here, okay? Don't be moving.
Do you need a minute?
Yeah, because something's wrong with the Indians.
Take a minute.
Something's wrong with their website. I'm emailing them, trying to figure out why do I not see Tyler on there. I don't see any press releases of him anywhere. He's not in any pictures anywhere. Anything recent, anytime training with the Indians gear on. So I'm a little confused by that. He's not gone. Let's not say he's gone. He's still rounding third base, getting that inside the park home run against the Blue Jays. So I remember still.
He will. Yeah, we'll remember Tyler, but it'll be okay, Brent. He may come back. You never know.
You're talking.
Never say never.
You're talking like he's gone, and I don't think I like it. Okay,
but he's not on the team right now. I have to say he's not on the team right now.
He's rehabbing an injury. Okay,
let's hope. And then to finish the list, it is Jeffrey Rodriguez. Jeffrey was non-tendered, and he ended up signing back with the Washington Nationals, the same team that traded him here to the Indians. But that's okay. So yeah, that's a pretty long list of players.
All right. Do we still have Shane Bieber?
Shane, don't call me Justin Bieber. Still the ace. Still here.
Do we still have Jose Ramirez?
J-Ram, yeah, starting third baseman, yes, sir.
And
are you stuck?
And we still have Tito, right?
Tito's here, yep, manager. He's full health. He's ready to go.
All right, then we're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be okay. Let's take a deep breath. Okay, we're moving on. Tyler's not here anymore. Got it. Anyway, so yeah, the Indians made some moves. Obviously, with the trade with the Mets, we got back 4 players for sending them to shortstop Ahmed Rosario, infielder Andres Jimenez. We got outfielder Isaiah Green and pitcher Josh Wolf. Green and Wolf will most likely start the year in the minors. Not quite sure about Jimenez and Rosario. Rosario presumably should be the starting shortstop, but we'll see. But the Indians did sign 2 free agents, Brent.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's hear them. Come on.
All right. The first one, he's back. Cesar Hernandez, second baseman.
Back again.
Signs a 1-year, $5 million contract.
Yes.
He will man second base for the Indians.
I actually like that move a lot.
I do. In 2020, he hit .283 with 3 home runs, 20 RBIs, 20 doubles, and he played in 58 of the 60 games. So we know he's a phenomenal leadoff hitter, switch hitter, plays great defense. I like the move. I think it'll be great having him on top of the order once again.
Love it. I love it. What the next guy?
Eddie Rosario. Does that name sound familiar?
Oh, yeah. He just tears it up when he plays in Cleveland every time we played against him.
Finally, instead of watching him destroy us, he'll be actually hitting for us. Eddie Rosario, formerly of the Twins, signs a 1-year, $8 million deal. In 2020, he hit in 57 games. He hit 257, 13 home runs, 42 RBIs. And the Indians are hoping that he can be the player he was in 2019 in a full season, where he hit 32 home runs, drove in 109 RBIs. He will be our team's starting left fielder in 2021. I do. He's going to play left.
You don't think he'll go right?
No, I think right's going to be somebody else. But let's not jump. We don't want to jump too far ahead.
All right, you're right. We got to let spring training play out a little bit.
So okay. Rosario should start in left, and he finally gives the Indians a solid outfield bat. Yes, he's an average defender, but all he does is mash the ball at Progressive Field. So
he sure does, man. And you know why I like these two signings?
Why is that?
Because this says the Indians are still going to be competitive. This is
Absolutely.
This is the front office saying, listen, we're not tanking. We're not trying to completely rebuild. I know that's another conversation we could have is, should we just let the young guys play and see who we have? But no, I like it. We still got some guys, under contract and control for a handful of years. So we could be competitive. And these two signings right here says, okay, we're not quitting. We're trying to fight this season. And I like them, Mike. I do.
I'm going to be honest, Brent. We play in the American League Central. I think the Indians will, just like last year, they will be very competitive in this league and in the division. I won't give away my season thoughts yet, but I don't think there's any reason to give up hope quite yet.
Absolutely. All right, Mike, let's just take a little break here. And when we get back, I want to see if you even know the top 8 highest paid players on team. You'll probably know the players, but this might be a little confusing. So I want to see. Actually, I want to see if you know all of them. All right, we'll be back in a second.
Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to A Swing and a Try.
And that'll do it. The Indians win the series.
On the Press Play Podcast Network.
Hello, Brooks here with the Books with Brooks monthly book club podcast. We read one book a month, and then we talk about it. Books like Stephen King's The Shining or Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. If you're on the hunt for book recommendations and enjoy sparkling conversation, come read along with us and then listen in.
Hey everyone, it's Cameron Justice, co-host of the Orange is Orange or Browns podcast. Make sure you check us out for everything Browns. We got you covered before the game, after the game. Here are our takes, here are our feedback, here are our criticisms, and our praises. If you like the Browns, you're going to love this podcast.
All right, welcome back. Okay, Mike, are you ready?
I think so.
This is now. Listen.
We'll see how well I do on this test.
Now, I'm just gonna set this up. I'm getting this from how you pronounce it, spottrack.com.
Yep.
Is that how you say it?
I think so.
This is the website I'm using. So this is coming from them, not me. So don't argue with me if you don't like what they say. So I'm just going based on their adjusted salary, the top 8 players they have currently on the roster. So see if you can name them.
All right. Jose Ramirez has to be number 1.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, got that one. I'm pretty excited about that one. Number 2 should be Eddie Rosario.
Got it. Okay, you're looking good.
I'm 2 for 2. I think Mr. Hernandez is number 3.
He's 4.
Oh, he's 4. I'm missing somebody
by 500,000.
Roberto Perez.
There you go. That's our top 4.
I forgot Roberto. Okay.
These next 4 might be a little tricky.
I'm going to go with Austin Hedges.
Wow. Yes. $3.28 million.
He's our backup catcher.
Oh, let me back up for a second, Mike. Let me just say what they're making here. I didn't even say that. So Jose, $9.4 million. Eddie Rosario, $8 million. Robo, $5.5 million. Cesar, $5 million. Hedges, $3.28 million. You got 3 left on this list. Who's the next guy?
Here's where it's going to get fun because I don't know. And it's not Justin Bieber. It's not Shane Bieber either.
Yeah, well, it would be Justin Bieber. if he played on the Indians team.
He would probably be number one on the list, I would think.
Make more than $9 million a year, yeah.
All right, so it's not Shane. It's not Plesac. It's not Savali. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, Josh Naylor.
No, this is it seems like a little trick question, to be honest with you. A little trick spot right here.
Who am I missing?
This website has Blake Parker, if he makes a team, with $2.5 million.
Okay, he's a non-roster invitee, so okay.
Yeah, so that's it. And then the next one, Ahmed Rosario.
I forgot of him. Yeah.
At $2.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
And rounding it out at number 8, do you think you know who it is? It's a pitcher. I'll give you that.
It's a pitcher?
Not a starter.
Not a starter. So that means bullpen. Oh, it's got to be Phil Maytone.
You are incorrect. It is Nick Wickren at $2 million.
Oh, Nick. Yep, I forgot our closer there, or our setup guy. Yeah.
So
I forgot Mr. Wickren.
Pretty interesting.
That's a tough list.
I know. It's kind of sad, to be honest. But hey, no.
So what did I do? I got 4 of them, right? 4 or 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 out of the 8.
Okay, that's a passing grade, right?
Yep. No, you're right.
Okay. At least I passed.
Yeah, I got to be more positive. I'm usually the positive one, and I'm starting out this. I don't want to start this season out negative. We know the payroll situation. We know the talent level right now. So let's just roll with what we got, and let's move into a little bit some Noster. Put a couple words together there.
Yeah, you did.
Non-roster. How about that? Non-roster invitees,
there you
Mike.
go.
Let's go through some of those guys.
Yeah.
So fill me in.
Well, you mentioned Blake Parker, 35-year-old reliever who played with the Phillies last year. The Indians signed him today on the 16th of February to basically a spring training invite. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. 3.52 earned run average in his career, made his debut in 2012. So every team he's pitched for 6 different organizations. He's done okay. So he's got a possibility to make the bullpen. We're going to need some help. Then we've got we'll stick with the pitchers. We've got Kyle Dowdy. He's been with us for a few years. He's a minor league pitcher. In 2019, I think he did make it to the Indians. Went 2-1 with a 7.25 earned run average. So a little high. We'll see what he can do. We have left-hander Anthony Gose. He's a former position player, turned himself into a pitcher and can throw 100 miles an hour. Problem is he has trouble controlling the ball. So we'll see if the Indians can get him in line. Having a left-hander throwing 100, it's got to be good, right, Brent?
Oh, I would think so. Sounds good, but like you said, you got to be able to throw over the plate.
Yeah, and then you've got Nick Sadlin. He's a 24-year-old minor league pitcher. He's never pitched in the big leagues. In the minors, he's a career 3-0 with a 2.68 earned run average. Has 74 strikeouts in the innings that he's pitched, so that's not bad. We'll see what he can do. Heath Hembry, former Red Sox reliever, 32 years old. Injuries have hurt him the last few years, but he's 16-5 in his career, 3.90 earned run average. Brent, I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah,
he may have a chance. DJ Johnson, 31 years old, former Washington National pitcher, I believe. He's thrown 31 1/3 innings. He's 1-2 with a 4.88 earned run average, 33 Ks. And then this name should bring back some feeling. Brian Shaw.
Yes, Brian Shaw.
Mr. Brian Shaw, former Indians reliever from 2013, 2017. He was good when he was here. Decent reliever. The Indians are hoping that he regains that form from when he was here those 5 years. His career, 31-36 with a 3.82 earned run average. He's thrown 579 innings with 514 Ks, Brent.
Yeah, so listen, this is probably like the second most polarizing Cleveland athlete to come through here, aside from like Johnny Manziel. You know, I mean, people like love him or they hate him when he was pitching. Like, you know, and we all remember World Series, you know, extra innings there. I'm not holding that against him, but like he hasn't played well the last couple of years. Let's be honest. Since he's left the Indians, he has not played very well. But hey, let's get him back in an organization that he knows well. He's going to fire up the old juices, and he's going to be ready to ball out.
Let's be honest. He pitched in Colorado, which is not easy. That's who he pitched for the Rockies last year, and everybody knows that's tough to do. But we're moving on here with the list. There's 2 catchers that have been invited to spring training with the Indians. Gavin Collins, he's a career minor league catcher. He's played 4 years in the minors, 257, the batting average with 24 home runs and 170 RBIs. So that's got to mean something. 170 RBIs in 4 years, that's a pretty good average.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
And then you've got Bo Naylor. He is the brother of Josh Naylor. In the minors, he's played 2 years, 250 with 13 home runs, 82 RBIs. We know he can hit the ball, and he's pretty good behind the plate. It'll be interesting to see what he does here in spring training. Infielders, you've got Mike Freeman, Mr. Reliable. He was with us last year. Indians giving him another shot to earn a roster spot. Tyler Freeman, one of our top prospects in the organization in 2020. He's 21 years old, can really hit, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. And then Owen Miller, he was brought over in the Mike Clevenger trade with the Padres. He'll be invited to spring training. Good speed. He's got good range, good arm. 307 career minor league hitter, Brent. So we'll see what he can do. He's an infielder. Okay. And then the Indians have 2 outfielders. Ben Gamble, he had this 261 hitter. He's been hurt. It'll be interesting to see if he can resurrect his career. And then Billy Hamilton, which kind of surprised me a bit. Can't hit real well, but he's a good defender and he can run. So maybe a pinch runner off the bench, maybe?
Yeah, wasn't he with Cincinnati for a while?
He was with Cincinnati, yep. He's played with the Cubs. Yeah, will be interesting to see what he can do. The Indians already with a crowded outfield.
Yeah, which we'll get into probably if we get closer to the season. But, yeah, those are some guys that we'll see what they can do, these non-roster invitees. I feel like the Indians always have somebody that is a non-roster invitee and does something and actually has an impact on this team actually in the regular season.
It doesn't hurt to find a diamond in the rough.
Exactly, and I think the Tribe's been really good at that. So, hey, we're going to – Mike, let's take another break here. And then when we get back, we'll wrap up our time together. And we're going to discuss for a little bit here some possible impact players to look out for spring training. So we will be right back.
Not going to want to miss that.
You're listening to A Swing and a Tribe.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. What a way to end it with a changeup. He strikes out Alex Gordon. Another new club record. 14 strikeouts for Shane Bieber. The most ever by a Cleveland Indians pitcher on opening day. That'll be his night.
On the Press Play Podcast Network.
Hello, Brooks here with the Books with Brooks monthly book club podcast. We read one book a month and then we talk about it. Books like Stephen King's The Shining or Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. If you're on the hunt for book recommendations and enjoy sparkling conversation, come read along with us and then listen in.
Hey everyone, it's Cameron Justice, co-host of the Orange is Orange Browns podcast. Make sure you check us out for everything Browns. We got you covered before the game, after the game. Here are our takes, here are our feedback, here are our criticisms, and our praises. If you like the Browns, you're going to love this podcast.
All right, we are back to wrap up the final segment here of the episode tonight. And Mike, so what do you know?
I know a lot of things. What do you want to know?
No, I want to know who are impact players to look out for that might make do something in spring training.
I got you.
Okay.
Let's start with a few names you should know. Tristan McKenzie, starting pitcher, was thrust into the starting rotation when the Indians dealt Mike Clevenger last year. I'm looking for him to have a huge 2021. Let's see how he bounces after he pitched in 2020. Indians fans seem to love him, so I want to see exactly what he can do. He's going to slot in as our 4th starter, I do believe.
All right, hot take. Ready?
Yeah.
He is going to, end of the season, he's going to be our number 2 guy.
You think he'll be our number 2 pitcher? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not ready yet. I got to see a few starts, but then we'll see. And then I got another name for you. Nolan Jones. I think this is Nolan Jones's year to show why he is one of the top prospects in the Indians organization.
Do you think he'll start the season in minors because they didn't have a minor league last year? Right?
I don't. He was at the Indians' alternative training site all year last year, so I don't know. Obviously, he can't play third base because that's where Jose Ramirez is. So the Indians have tried him in the outfield. He's been taking reps at first base. Anything's possible. We do have a position open at first because Carlos Santana's not here anymore. So is it going to be another name here? Is it going to be Bobby Bradley? We've talked about him before. We've seen what he can do. We know he's got power, but can he take the job? Other guys to look forward to. I'm going to throw another name at you. How about Daniel Johnson?
Oh, DJ. Okay, he came in that Yan Gomes trade, didn't he?
He did. DJ, speedy, plays right field. He has a chance to make this team. I mean, the Indians usually carry 4 to 5 outfielders. You can't really count Fran Mill because he's a DH. And you know that Eddie Rosario's in left, so that leaves center, right field. DJ could make the team.
Yeah, alongside Tyler, which we know he'll be playing as well. Naquin, that is. Yeah, I know DJ's probably my other favorite guy, my other boy.
Well, let's see. And then we got Oscar Mercado. We know he suffered the sophomore slump last year. He spent the entire 2020, other than a few games with the Indians, at the alternative training site. With Naquin and DeShields now gone, will he be the guy that we saw in 2019? Will he take that starting center field job, or will he lose it to DJ, or will he lose it to Bradley Zimmer?
Oh, man. I like Bradley.
Can he finally put it together this year?
Man, I really like him. He just reminds me so much of Grady Sizemore, and I just want him to, can he just stay healthy and get some, last year, for the guys who struggled, like Mercado and some of these other guys, I say that's a wash. That season with the whole culture shock of the coronavirus pandemic, everyone was all messed up from that. And this is, I think, a clean slate, a fresh slate. And I think these guys are going to do well. At least I hope they are.
All right. I got 2 more names for you, Brent.
Okay.
How about Jake Bauers?
Oh, man.
Once a top prospect, I'm waiting to see something big. He has an opportunity, can play the outfield. He can play first. Will he rise to the occasion and take the job? And then the last guy on my list, Emmanuel Clase.
Oh, finally, he's coming back from suspension.
Yes, the man throws 100 miles an hour, has a wicked slider. Could he be our closer? Could he be our setup guy? Could he beat out Wild Thing, James Karinchak? Time will tell.
I don't know, man.
But those are some names. I think those are some names that people need to get familiar with. We could be looking at a lot of new faces on this Indians roster this year, Brent, but I'm super excited. It's 2021. Baseball season's right around the corner, man. We just got to get through spring training, and then it's showtime.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see a full season once again, see what this team can do. Some of these young guys, man, they got to be able to step up and do it. But with some of the better leadership we have there, and Tito, like I said, this aggressive but also smart front office. I mean, they're aggressive, I guess, with a caveat that depending on what they're allowed to do. But
right, correct.
They're so smart, you know what I mean, with what they do and how they develop pitching, and maybe they can start developing some outfielders. I would really love that. But yeah, man, Mike, dude, it's been great to get back with you again today.
Absolutely.
Talking baseball. We'll hopefully be doing this more often. And spring training, like you said, pitchers and catchers are starting tomorrow, the 17th. And, man, I'm just excited to get this team back together and rolling, and let's see what the spring shows us.
Absolutely, man. I cannot wait. It's been a pleasure, as always, B. Spills, but you're going to have to join us next time on a Swinging a Tribe MLB podcast.
Absolutely. And if you subscribe can you subscribe, please? It will help us out, especially for those iTunes, those Apple phones you got there. You can still find us anywhere podcasts are available. And please leave a review if you can. It would really help us out. And we're excited for this 2021 season. And, Mike, I'll be talking to you soon, man.
All right, brother. Sounds good. Can't wait. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you, everybody.